Your website is the ultimate hub where people can find everything about your band in one place. From your latest music, videos, and tour dates, to your merch store, it's all there. Imagine a fan trying to find your next tour date on a cluttered social media page. Frustrating, right? Now picture them landing on your sleek website with all the information right there at their fingertips. That's the power of a website. A professional-looking website instantly boosts your credibility, and it shows that you're serious about your music career. Promoters, booking agents, and even record labels are more likely to take you serious if you have a well-maintained website. A lot of industry professionals are going to check out your online presence before reaching out. Having a website says we mean business, and it sets you apart from other bands that just rely on social media. On social media, you're at the mercy of the algorithms and all the different platform rules. With your own website, you have full control over the design, content, and the user experience. Plus, you can collect emails for newsletters, run exclusive fan club deals, and sell your merch directly to your fans. It's your space. You can make it as unique as your music. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is crucial for getting discovered online. A well-optimized website with good SEO is going to appear high in search results when people are searching for your genre of music in your location or your specific band name. This means that more new fans are going to find your music through Google or other search engines. It's like having your own little corner of the internet that's going to attract new listeners 24/7. Today we're diving into something super exciting: how to build a killer band website using Bandzoogle. If you're ready to take your band to the next level with a professional online presence, stick around because I'm going to walk you through all the steps that you need to get started. It's a lot easier than you think. First things first, we want to head over to bandzoogle.com. Bandzoogle is an all-in-one platform designed specifically for musicians, making it super easy to build and manage your band's website. You're going to be prompted to create an account by entering your email and setting up a password. But don't worry, no credit cards required for the trial. Enter your band or artist name, then your email, then choose a password. Next, you'll want to choose the language for your site. Now comes the fun part, choosing your template. Bandzoogle offers a variety of professionally designed templates, so you want to pick one that matches your band's style and vibe. You can customize this as much as you want later, so don't stress too much about this part here right now. Alright, so I'm going to click on Let's Go, choose a theme, and now I'm going to see all the themes I can choose from. Today I'm going to be building a website for a rock band called Shimmer. So I'm going to go through all these theme categories on the left here and click on rock. So I'm going to see a bunch of themes that are catered towards that style genre. I'll find the one I want and I'll click on Try Theme. Alright, so here's where you can start getting creative and the fun really starts. So next up, we're going to see how to customize your Bandzoogle template to match your band's style and vibe. Let's dive in. So you've picked a template on Bandzoogle. Awesome. Great start. Now it's time to make it your own. Let's start with the basics of branding and design. Your website should scream your band's identity the moment someone lands on it. Here's how to do that. Before you even touch the template, think about your brand identity. What's your style? Are you a punk rock band, a jazz ensemble, an indie folk group, a solo artist? Your website should visually represent your branding and personality. Get a piece of paper and write down some key elements of your brand, so your color palette, logo, fonts, and imagery, anything that you can brainstorm. This is going to be your guide throughout the entire customization process. Color schemes are really powerful. They're going to set the mood and they're going to be what makes your site memorable. Bandzoogle makes it super easy to customize your template's colors. I recommend sticking to 2 to 3 colors for your brand to keep it cohesive across every page of your website. For example, if your band has like a dark, edgy vibe, you might go for black, red, and white. If you're more laid back and beachy, think about blues, greens, and sandy tones. If you're having trouble coming up with the color palette for your site, look to your imagery for inspiration. Speaking of imagery, let's customize our header image here. To do that, I'll click on the Edit Header Image button here on the left, and then on Replace. I have some promo shots for Shimmer already uploaded here, so I'll choose one that I was planning on using as my header image. Now I can adjust and crop it slightly, and click Save when I'm done. I'll click Save again here to finalize my changes, and I can see it applied to my site. That easy. So I don't have a color palette chosen for Shimmer yet. So what I'll do, like mentioned before, is I'll pull a color scheme directly from my main header image here. I'm going to pull the image up in Photoshop to start. I'll use the eyedropper tool and I'll grab some colors directly from the picture. I'm thinking I'm going to grab 2 colors that are kind of on the lighter side, and then maybe use a black as my third color. So this shade of dark pink is going to be perfect as my primary color. The secondary color here, maybe a darker purple. And I'll use black as my third color, just to give myself a neutral, dark color that will contrast well against text. Here we go, easy as that. Now I have a 3-color palette that's going to work really, really well with my header image. In order to apply these colors in Bandzoogle, I'm going to need to get the 6-character hex codes. In Photoshop, those can be obtained here. Consistency is key, so make sure you apply these colors across your template. So if I take a look down my website now, I'll see that the default colors for the theme are still there. I need to customize these to the color palette I just chose. To do that, I'm going to click here on my Edit Theme tab. I'll scroll down here in the control panel on the left-hand side of the screen till I find Section Styles. Section styles are going to determine the colors that get applied to different sections of your website's content area. For my first section style option here, I'll change this white background color to that darker purple color that I pulled from my main image. That'll work great as a background color in my content area. Then I'll change the text color to white, which will contrast really nicely against the darker purple. I'll go back to Photoshop and I'll grab the hex code for that lighter pink color that I chose. And I'll change the link colors here. Link colors will be for any kind of hyperlink that I'll add to that particular section of content. That pink will pair really nicely with the darker purple. And I'll change the button color too. That'll work for any kind of button or call to action that you're adding to that particular section. Next, let's jump down to our second section option here. I'll change the background color from this default gold color. I'll change it to that lighter pink just to give myself a second background option here. Change the font color to white to contrast nicely against the pink. For my third section, I'll leave it as a black background color, but change the font color to white to contrast perfectly against that black background. Click Save. Now we can head back to our Edit Content tab and get a quick preview of how that's going to look as we scroll down our site. Perfect. Now we've done the first steps in customizing our colors to our branding. Fonts are more than just letters, they convey emotion. Bandzoogle lets you choose from a variety of different fonts for every different aspect of your site. Titles, body text, buttons. Choose a font for your headers that stands out, and another for the body text that's just easy to read. Don't get too creative with the body text fonts. You just want to keep it simple and easy to read, especially when on a mobile device. Make sure that they complement each other and they go along with the overall vibe of your site. A punk band might go for some, bold, grungy fonts, whereas a classical group might go for some more elegant, serif fonts. So let's customize the fonts for our site for Shimmer here. I'm going to click on my Edit Theme tab where all the font controls can be found. Scroll down on the left here under Title, Logo. I'm going to click on the color. I'm going to change this to white. It's going to contrast a little better against my background. It matches my branding a bit more. White is a nice neutral color that you can always use outside of your color palette. Now here I have all the different fonts, so I want to choose something that's a little bit decorative, nothing too over the top, but something that matches the vibe of the band here. I think this font will work really well. This looks great. I'll adjust the font size a little bit, just to even it up with my call to action mailing list box here. Next, let's go down to our menu text. I'm going to want to change this to white as well, and change the font to match my site title. So everything will be matched up, the branding will be consistent. Maybe I'll make my font a little bit bigger here too. All right, now scrolling down, the next thing to change is the content font. So I can come under Content here, click on Content Font, and then I'm going to choose a font for my content. I'll try my site title font to start with here, and we'll see how that looks. This might be a little bit too decorative for me for a body font. So for your content font for body text like this, for paragraphs, you want it to be a little bit more simplistic. So maybe I'll find something that matches up well stylistically, but is just a little bit more plain. This should do well. Maybe I'll increase my font size here slightly. Next, let's close this and let's open title font. So I'll change my title font to match my site title font here. That's done, looks great. And I'll click save to finalize my changes. Let's scroll up and take a look at how everything looks. Perfect. Next, we're going to want to start adding some content. That includes your bio, photos, music, especially music, and videos, and any other kind of media that you want to showcase on your site. Bandzoogle makes it super easy to add music players, videos, and upload photo galleries. I definitely recommend keeping your site to 8 pages or less. So here's a list of some recommended pages that you can think about having depending on what you need. You might need a little bit less, or you might find that you need the full 8. So if I scroll down here, I'll see the default sort of suggested content that was put in by the template. I can just click on anything here to edit it. I'll click on latest track to customize that and put in Shimmer's first single name. Now I'll click the description down here below and customize that as well. By default, we have a music feature here, but I'm looking to add a single. So I'm going to delete this feature, clicking add feature, select single. I'll fill in all the track details here and upload the track file. Once that's all done, I'll click save, and voila, there's our streaming music. Now I'll scroll down a little bit more to the shows section here. I'll click and customize this text. And then I'll click to add my first tour date. Shimmer has a gig coming up on the 16th. So I'll add that one in here, add the venue name in San Diego. Upload an image to go along with the show. Click save. And there it is. Now I'll scroll down here under Studio Shots, and I'll click to create a new photo gallery. I'll upload the pictures that Shimmer has available. And it's put into this really beautiful tiled layout for me. That looks great. Next, I want to add a bio page. So I'm going to click here on Pages, Add a Page. Let's go under Common, and I'm going to click an About page. And there we go. Like usual, I have some suggested content here laid out for me. I actually want to add an image and text feature. This is a great feature that Bandzoogle offers that sort of stylizes a photo and a body of text together really, really well in a stylish way. So I'm going to add that feature here instead. I'm going to paste in the band bio that's already written, and I'm going to upload a photo to go along with it. By default, they're side by side here, but I'm going to switch it over to collage mode, and it creates this really cool interlocking of the text and the image here. That looks fantastic, so I'm happy with that. Let's jump over to our photos page. The great thing is now that I've created the photo album, I can click here, and I can add the existing photo album right to my photos page. So it's there as well as on my home page. Let's go over to the music page. Right now, they only have one track available. They're not releasing their full album yet. So I'll add the existing single that's already created here to the music page. Nice and quick. Customize the title. And I'll add a little note letting people know that the rest of the album is coming soon. So by default, I have a store page here. We're not going to be selling anything just yet. This is something that we're going to be building out a little bit later. Like I mentioned before, for now, we just want to get a basic site up for Shimmer. So what I can do is if you don't want to have a page visible, you can come over to the Pages menu here, click on the page settings, and you can turn off visibility. And what that's going to do is it's going to hide it from the menu. If you open the Pages menu here on the left, you'll see any hidden pages with a red icon to the left of the page name here. And that can be made visible again at any point using the same steps. So I'll click on this on the shows page, and I'll do the same thing that I did with photos and music. I'll add the existing calendar that I created on our homepage here as well. And let's go fill out the contact page. So on the contact page, we have a layout suggested for us with a contact form as well as social media icons. I'll click on the contact form. Everything looks good here. So I'll click back. That's added. And now I'll click on the social media icons and I'll add each of their socials here. And you'll see that the links will show up as clickable icons here on the right. You can adjust the icon style. And the size. I want to make them a little bit smaller so they all fit onto one line here. If you'd like more of a detailed walkthrough on adding content to a Bandzoogle website, I'm linking to their really awesome walkthrough of the Edit Content tab that you can find down below in the description that walks you through exactly how to add new features to any page of your site. So one of the best features about Bandzoogle is the built-in commission-free e-commerce tools. So anything you sell through your website is going to be completely commission-free. Bandzoogle doesn't take a cut of it, which is awesome. You can set up a store to sell your music, merch, tickets, and anything you can think of. File downloads directly from your website. Yeah, no commission fees, just pure profit for you. Add your products, set prices, configure payment options. It's that easy. You're all done. If you already have a domain name, you can connect it to your Bandzoogle site. If not, you can actually register one directly through Bandzoogle. Each paid website plan comes with one free, so you can register one included with your plan at no extra cost. Having that custom domain name just makes your site look that much more professional. So before you can add a custom domain name, you need to upgrade to a paid plan on Bandzoogle. When you're on a free trial, you can still view your site, but to add a custom domain, you do need to be on that paid plan. You'll see all the way on the left, there's the EPK plan. You need to be on one of the 3 website plans here, so either Lite, Standard, or Pro. I went ahead and upgraded the Shimmer site, so I'm going to click on the profile icon again here in the top right corner, and then on account details. And now I'll see a link here to set up my domain. Click there, and I'll have 2 options, one to register a new domain and one to connect one that I already own. I'm going to be registering a new domain today, but if you want details on how to set up a domain that you already own, check out the video on how to choose a domain name in the description below. So now I'm going to enter in the domain I'm looking for. We'll see if that's free. Okay, unfortunately that domain's already owned by somebody, so I'm not going to be able to register it. So I was authorized by the band to choose a different domain here, so I'm going to go with Shimmer Rock, since they're a rock band. And it is. Success. Just follow the instructions to connect your domain, and you're almost ready to launch. Before you go live, you're going to want to preview your site to make sure everything looks perfect. Check out all the links, make sure your media plays correctly, and proofread all the text that you have on your site. Take a look at it on mobile and on desktop. You want to make sure that everything is exactly as you want it. Once you're happy with everything, you can start sharing your website with the world. It'll also start showing up in search engine results within a couple of days. And there you have it. Building a website for your music with Bandzoogle is straightforward, and it's just packed with features that's going to let your website really shine. And put the focus on your music. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and keep an eye on the channel for more music industry tips and tricks to help you promote your own music and grow your music career. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or need any further tips.